Hi Sagittarius, this is your forecast for the month of February 2018. This is a general reading for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, or Sagittarius Moon. For a more rounded overview, please watch your rising and moon sign as well. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages for love, finance, and other readings. Your weekly readings will always be free here on YouTube, but if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'm now at patreon.com/thealchemistastrologer, and all of this information is down below in the description box. Now, the second week you have the Four of Swords reverse, which I normally don't read reversals, but this came out as a reverse, so I have to honor that. This is going in one of two directions. Either you've got a lot of things in limbo, and remember last week you wanted to get to the root of something. You should have been pushed to the point where you dealt with something that you had been putting off. So this is a week where there are a lot of things hanging in limbo, and it may be because you've been going in circles, you haven't been able to get an answer or make some progress. And maybe part of that is because you took a situation for granted. You were trying to wish something would just go away on its own, or you still thought you could save something or resurrect something or revive it, and it's dead. And so this is a week where if you're not honest with yourself, you're not dealing with the facts, you're actually hurting yourself. Now, maybe that's you or somebody else. But there's a revelation this week where you gain a new perspective. You're going to get that new information that tells you about yourself, or you're telling somebody else about themselves. This could also be a week where you haven't been able to figure out what to do, and it's time to get more original. There's a situation that you've been dealing with, going around and around, getting nowhere, and you need to think outside of the box. Your options are limited right now. And for some of you, something has taken place, something treacherous, deceitful, or, some form of betrayal. And you're going to want them to clear the air. You're going to want that vindication, that apology. You're going to want a detailed explanation about why things went down the road that they did. Now, if this is you, obviously, you're not going to want to deal with that. You don't want to talk about something where you were at fault. You want to quietly, sweep that under the rug. So this is a week about dealing with the situation in a timely manner, because if you don't, it's going to create a pileup and complicate and jeopardize other situations. Now, this could also be you coming out of a period of withdrawal. You're back into the action and you don't have time to relax. And maybe that's why last week, maybe you got distracted, or you couldn't, make something happen. And maybe there was an error or a mistake that took place because you're on the go. There's renewed action. You don't have any time to rest, or you're called to action. Maybe you had to go back to work. For some of you, you're still in healing mode. There's a recovery of something. Maybe you're dealing with an illness, or you're isolated in some way. Maybe you're lonely, or, there's some problems at work that you're dealing with. Could be some layoffs, or again, you're dealing with negative people and energy. Maybe somebody's on strike, or there's a boycott, or you're in situations where people are at odds, like a riot where people can't agree. Or for some of you, you're in some form of confinement or exile or detention, or you've been ostracized, or because there's negative energy, you're in some kind of unpleasant surrounding. Now, for some of you, this could be that you have an unwelcome guest. So you are dealing with something where in the positive, it means that a period of rest is over for you. It's time to get back into the action. You've taken some kind of necessary break and now you have to get back to your activities. You feel refreshed and you're able to cope again. But in the negative, this could be some problems coming up in general, either with your health or you're forced to be isolated in some way, or you're dealing with something, some unwelcome guest, or somebody is an outcast or a prisoner, or they're going against the grain. They're rebelling against a situation.